So here, back to that MIT professor who was assassinated. This is pretty interesting. This MIT professor was a plasma scientist, which you might think is all kinds of things, but what it matters is that they were specifically talking about the plasma in our system, in our Earth-Sun system, and how it interacts, the plasma of the sun with the plasma of the Earth, and how it affects our magnetosphere. And so again, if we're talking about this geomagnetic excursion that's ongoing, where the pole is drifting faster and faster all the time, where the magnetosphere is getting weaker and weaker all the time, where the sun is popping off more and more all the time, then the cycles of catastrophe throughout human history make sense. If a polar shift happens, if a micronova event occurs, if they happen in tandem, then life on Earth would be very difficult, if not pretty impossible to pull off for a time. Possible global floods, global tornadoes or gigantic storms, earthquakes, volcanoes, and the like are all potentials with this. And we've seen a connection between people who are studying solar forcing and the energy coming into the Earth during this geomagnetic excursion, and the proximity then of earthquakes and big storms and volcanoes. So when we get the big bursts of energy and the shield is weak, then it tends to cause those things, or you can find a very strong correlation. A lot of people can predict it to the day and location even. So we already know all that. This MIT professor warned that Earth actually requires periodic magnetic reversals to sustain its field. If it has no reversal, there's no dynamo sort of at the center or within the system, and so the magnetic field dissipates.